Administration has come under intense fire for failing to bring Galamsey under control despite promises in the lead-up to the 2024 election, which it won decisively. This meeting comes as government prepares to revoke LI 2462 after past failures and feet-dragging on a declaration of a state of emergency. We'll take you to the presidency shortly. First, to listen to this News Desk report.
At his first Meet the Press last month, the President was emphatic that a state of emergency declaration is currently not being considered by his government.
I've been reluctant to implement a state of emergency in the Galamsey fight because we've not exhausted the powers we even have without a state of emergency. Implementing a state of emergency might sound nice, but it should be the last extreme, the last resort.
The President's response came despite strong push by civil society organizations and activists who have demanded a state of emergency as one of the potent means to rein in illegal miners. Protesters hit the streets for 2 days, demanding action from the government. The President is now convening a meeting with dozens of CSO leaders to fashion a path in the fight against illegal mining. Convener for the Ghana Coalition Against Illegal Mining, Dr. Ken Ashigbe, told Evans Mensah on PM Express the coalition will not merely articulate the problem, but will demand practicable, actionable solutions.
We are going to go into this meeting asking His Excellency the President what his definition of success is.
Country Director of Amnesty International, Genevieve Partington, is holding the government responsible for the human rights issues surrounding illegal mining.
I think one key issue Amnesty and of course I personally am concerned about is the child labor issue in illegal mining. That's a huge human rights issue.
With calls for a declaration of a state of emergency still very popular and expected to feature heavily in this meeting, Domahene Osiadeyo Ajimambedu II, who was also part of judges sworn into the Court of Appeal and known in his private life as Justice Daniel Mensah, says a state of emergency is not needed.
No. It does not come to that. Let's look at how much, we garner in respect of mining. I mean, once you declare state of emergency, the question is that who can do? If we are not able to get that resources, there will be a gap. How is government going to? So there's a need for us to do it.
Among civil society leaders, the refrain is the same. Ghana does not lack solutions to deal with illegal mining. What is lacking is the political will by successive governments to implement the already existing solutions, and will be pressing the President to walk the talk and stop the talking. Kweku Asante for Joy News.
Well, let's take you live now to the Jubilee House, where this high-level meeting is set to begin. Presidential Affairs correspondent Maxwell Agbagba is on the phone lines with me. Maxwell, has the meeting started? Which guests have arrived so far? Maxwell, can you hear me? Has the meeting started? Have guests arrived so far? Well, we're still trying to establish contact with Maxwell, but then Joy News has uncovered evidence of illegal mining operations polluting rivers BC and Subri, vital tributaries of the Tano River in the Ahafo region, despite repeated denials by the Tano North Municipal Chief Executive Pius Opoku. The MCE, accompanied by local chiefs in the area, publicly dismissed claims of mining activities, insisting there's no mining in the community. However, a follow-up investigation by Joy News captured exclusive footage of Chinese miners and their Ghanaian collaborators operating illegal mining sites along the river BC. Peasant farmers in the community say their crops are failing as water for irrigation is contaminated, and they claim that they need help. Listen to some of them.
Apart from Brunei, Yadwane,
we have no jobs apart from maize and garden eggs farming, and the only water body we depend on for survival is now under threat. There's just one borehole in the community to supplement the river, but a few days ago we noticed its color changing. I quickly reported it to the chiefs, and they advised me to alert the police whenever I observe such changes. Later, after I spoke to the media about the situation, some unknown people started harassing me for revealing that Galamsey activities are taking place here.
I say, you who say Galamsey for Abba? Masama mekan sisi ano, manya problem.
na America krani na galamsey for akwam de afa so ye kwafu mu kura na nsuo kura ye nya bi kura na yanom sese ye hu de ye nti ye sere aban
because of
Well, let's go again to the Jubilee House and speak to Maxwell, our presidential affairs correspondent. Maxwell, has the meeting started and the guests arrived so far?
Well, Maame, it has not started yet, but already the seats in here at the banquet hall at the Jubilee House, the seats are getting filled with representatives from various civil society organizations and faith-based organizations. Earlier, I had interactions with the representative for the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, Bishop Asari, and he reiterated the stance of the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference. He says they want more drastic action taken against illegal mining, and he has also been reiterating their stance about supporting the calls for the declaration of a state of emergency. In here at the banquet hall, I've seen various government officials. Earlier, I had interactions with the EPA boss, Professor Brown Kuche. I've also seen the managing director for the Ghana Water Company Limited, Mr. Adams Butakilu. He's also seated here. I've seen Imani boss, Franklin Kujo. So, in just about 5 minutes, the room should be filled with various representatives of the CSOs, and many of them who have been interacting with say they are hoping to leave today's meeting with more drastic actions announced, by government, to deal with illegal mining calamity.
Right. Thank you very much, Maxwell, for that update. Now, some small-scale miners have started reclaiming of their mine concession as government initiates steps to pursue persons who have abandoned open pits. In the Ashanti region alone, at least 11 people have been killed in abandoned pits, with the latest incident being recorded at Kasoti in the Etrimamponia district. In protecting lives in mining areas, the Minerals Development Fund has signaled preparedness to go after persons who have abandoned open pits after mining. Nanaya Jima reports.
On Thursday, 12 people were retrieved from a mining pit at Kasutie after the pit collapsed on them, with 7 declared dead. Between April and September 2025, 4 people died in a desperate search for gold in abandoned pits. The Minerals Development Fund, as part of its mandate, is expected to provide funds to redress the harmful effects of mining on affected communities and persons. Dr. Hannah Bisiu-Kotei, in an earlier interview, indicated readiness to lead reclamation efforts.
Don't take the gold from the soil and leave some debt for government to take care of.
At Abompe in the Ashanti region, some farmers have lost their lands to small-scale mining, and most of the pits are left abandoned. But before the government's enforcement team goes after miners who abandon the pits, some of them are willingly reclaiming the lands. Michael Osei of Osei Michael 79 Enterprise has led reclamation of 40 acres of land mined by the company.
The government is against leaving pits opened after mining, so as a responsible miner, I had to adhere to it.
Bandim Anane, until a few years ago, farmed vegetables on the reclaimed land. Today, he has returned to have a look at the reclaimed mine land in anticipation of a return.
Some miners have started taking away their excavators after mining. You can't confront them because you didn't give them the land. I plead with the government to ensure that all these people cover the pits.
For Joy News, Nanaya Ojima, Abompe in the Atrimamponia district of the Ashanti region.
Well, you're still listening to Joy News, and we continue with our build-up to that high-level illegal mining engagement with the president and CSOs. When the time is up, we'll definitely move to the Jubilee House for the very latest. But right now, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly has directed all shops operating within the metropolis to remain shut on the National Sanitation Day. all assemblies are expected to lead a nationwide clean-up exercise tomorrow following President John Mahama's relaunch of the National Sanitation Day on September 8, 2025. The AMA has, in a statement, directed all shops to remain closed tomorrow. Well, there are excerpts of that statement coming up shortly. The traders have already thrown their weight behind the AMA's directive.
The sanitation exercise, according to the AMA, will cover all sub-metropolitan areas with intensified work in Agbogbloshi, Tuesday Market, Kwame Nkrumah Interchange and its environs, Kwasi Edwaso, and Kaneshie Market, where teams will desilt major drains, clear refuse and tidy market areas to reduce flooding and environmental health risks. The AMA says all residents, traders, shop owners, and stakeholders must strictly observe the temporary closure and actively participate in the exercise, as public health officers will be deployed across communities to monitor compliance and enforce the directive. Failure to comply, the AMA says, will constitute an offense punishable on summary conviction by a fine of up to 100 penalty units or imprisonment of not less than 30 days and not more than 6 months, or both, with a continuing offense attracting an additional daily penalty in accordance with the Assembly's bylaw on communal labor and the Local Government Act.
The traders have already thrown their weight behind AMA's directive, welcoming the call to close their businesses in the early hours of tomorrow. And my colleague James Aveji joins me with details of that statement coming in from the Union of Informal Workers Association of the Trade Union Congress. James, what does it say?
Well, Maame, UNIWA has expressed full support for the AMA's directive and for the closure of markets tomorrow for the first sanitation day cleanup. They say that the exercise is vital for public health, business sustainability and community well-being, and urge its members to participate actively. The union pledged to continue working with the AMA and government agencies to promote cleanliness, environmental sustainability and dignity of work in Accra.
Right, James, thank you very much. Well, after working for more than a year without being paid, junior doctors across the country have indicated they will withdraw their services on Tuesday, the 7th of October, to protest the months of unpaid salaries. The doctors, who say they've been left stranded and frustrated despite countless assurances from government, insist they can no longer bear the financial burden of working without pay. Let's get some more from the statement they released on this, and Joy News editor Fred Smith gives us details of that statement. Fred, what have they been saying?
Well, the association said over 200 junior doctors have worked for 10 to 14 months without receiving salaries. And they add that several medical officers previously on payroll have had their salaries stopped without explanation, while more than 800 medical officers have been awaiting posting for over a year. They say they have had several discussions with authorities and with no solutions provided. So this protest sounds like the best possible action they can get their grievances attended to.
Right. And what are they demanding?
Well, they want immediate action from the Ministry of Health concerning the unpaid salaries, and we know this decision could further cripple the already struggling healthcare system, and this will also leave patients in dire need of care at risk. And we can hear from the president of the Junior Doctors Association, Dr. Louise Nkrumah, who says emergency services will be withdrawn effective Friday, October 10. And Maame is saying that's going to be next week.
Friday?
Yes, exactly. So if you're sick, you need any help from the hospitals, it will be very difficult to get the doctors attending to you.
Right, thank you, Fred.
This is acceptable. 1 year, 6 months, 1 year, 4 months without payment of salary should not be and hence the initiative. We also have our members who've been at home, and we also have our members who've been working. They were on payroll for a while now, and they suddenly had their salary stopped, truncated. Initially, it was a month, 2 months ago. We decided to, solve it amicably, but still, we haven't had any response. And last month, we also had more, not even the previous one, more of our doctors' salaries being stopped. Look, I have some of my members. I have a woman called me. This is a lady who was posted. She was posted to a district that she had no idea about. She decided to go. She called me and she told me that she has to eat once a day to be able to afford transportation to work. This is unacceptable. We have several others. I also had another doctor call me that his landlord broke the emergency he's working in to demand payment. This shouldn't happen in Ghana.
Meanwhile, the Public Relations Officer of the Ministry of Health, Tony Goodman, has explained the unpaid salaries of junior doctors was a mess up and they should expect to receive their salaries by end of month.
Actually, this was just a mess up. Their issue was resolved some months back. But we in the ministry are even surprised that they have not been paid. So we are aware that their financial clearance was given some few months ago, and we have done what we have to do. So I can assure you that this will be dealt with.
So you say the issue is being resolved. How soon will they receive their monies?
Oh, the soon will be at the end of the month, because that is a mess up. We've invited the mother association. We've also spoken to them. We are on the same page. They've also seen the effort put in, and I'm sure this will not be one of the usual assurances, but it's being resolved.
Tony Goodman, a spokesperson for the Health Ministry, still on health. Over 7,000 newly recruited nurses and midwives owed 10 months' salary arrears today marched through Accra demanding urgent payment. Now, the protest led by the Coalition of Unpaid Nurses and Midwives began at Ifo Sutherland Pad and ended at the Finance and Health Ministries, where petitions were submitted. Clad in red and wielding placards, the health workers voiced anger at government inaction. This was yesterday.
We are just pleading on the government to pay us. We've been working for 10 good months, no salary. Personally, my rent expired in 15th August. I've not been able to pay. My landlord is always asking, when are you paying? I'll be like, they'll pay us, please give me time. I stay at Spantine, I wake up Kolebu. I take transportation, 42 cities to work every day. How do they expect me to get that money to come to work? You bath patients, you attend patients every 4 hours. I'm doing all this just for the minister to tell me that he appreciates the work that I'm doing. Appreciation, babe. I don't understand. Which form of appreciation? I'm tired. I don't know. You can't even ask somebody for money. The moment you test somebody, the person will be like, they're coming for money.
Well, Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Nyamekye said government is working on their demands but gave no clear timeline for payment.
Your issue is being addressed. There are a lot of legacy challenges that we inherited, and we are working earnestly to fix all of them. In the next month or so, the finance minister will be in parliament to present a new budget. Issues of health workers who have not been paid, not just you, there are even some doctors and others are seriously being considered, and you are going to receive your salary. We appreciate the work that you do for Ghana, and I'm sorry for those of you who are not even well but have had to walk all the way to here, to this place, to present this petition. It will be given the needed urgent attention as you have stated, and you hear back from us. As to timelines, when your bank accounts will receive your salaries, I cannot stand here to announce it. Those details will be given to you in due course.
Well, that was Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Nyamekye, and you're still listening to the build-up to that high-level illegal mining engagement with the President. We'll return to the Jubilee House, but first we'll take a break.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Lucky's everywhere.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community could win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
October welcomes you to the EcoBank Jolly News Habitat Fair 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. It's time to turn your home ownership dreams into a lived reality. Whether you're breaking ground, building up, or simply finishing your space, EcoBank Jolly News Habitat Fair is designed with you in mind. The EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is powered by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and brought to you by Drive EVGH, Drive into a Sustainable Future, and supported by Virtual Security Africa, security for all, safety and home solutions. You think of a door? We have it. Superlock Technologies Limited. You deserve the best. DPS Pipes, connecting you to life. Elegant Homes and General Construction Limited, where quality meets value. Gold Key Properties, transforming the landscape. Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app. Bako, services Bebre. Special Gardens, memorable living. DBS Industries Limited. We truly are your roof experts. Door Masters, the best indoors. Lash Fortune Limited, unleashing luxury with perfection, one space at a time. LandlordAfrica.com, bringing the real estate industry to your doorstep. The Builders Market. Bathroom, get it right. Right House Energy Limited, let's build smarter energy together. Masters in solar installation. Syntex Tank, you're strong, you're tough. Automation Ghana, West Africa's choice for smart solution. Interplast, we make sure water reaches you, even space. Ubent Security, doors, protecting lives and properties. Clifton Homes, beautiful homes, wise investment. Western Villas, where dreams meet reality. MTN, everywhere you go. EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair 2025. Dream it, own it, live it.
Welcome back to our special build-up to the President's meeting with CEOs, CSOs, to engage on Galamsey mining. The program has yet to start. Our correspondent Maxwell Agbagba is on ground and he's been interacting with some of the CSOs. But when the program starts, we'll go there to the Jubilee House and bring you live updates of that. Right about now is a Living Word with Pastor Mensa Otabil.